is up, everybody? My name is Free. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Redstone Craft. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I actually just relogged into Redstone Craft. I didn't really AFK this. I was honestly just sick of... I needed a break. Like, this was a lot of work. I needed a little break, but it's done now. And there's a drowned right here. You're a weird-looking drowned. Okay. Anyway, as you can see, this is still piling on and getting all grassed up, and we're not going to work on it until it's fully grassed. So today, we're going to take a break from terraforming. And in order for us to do that, I have come up with a little project idea. You see, off camera, I made this. Now this is a staircase. I'm going to die. There's a creeper at the bottom of the staircase, obviously. Weird. Anyway, this is the entrance to my mine. Now, we're right here. We're on level 12. And, you know, I made this little minecart system here just because. I don't think I'm actually going to use it. But then it got me thinking, you know what would be cool? For us to have a minecart system that would just go all the way through the mine, just so we can unload blocks as we're mining. And then I started thinking, wouldn't it be cool for the system to deploy more rails when I'm just mining? Because if you guys don't know, the way I strip mine is I make one main tunnel, which would be the one with the minecart, and then I make branches off of it. And wouldn't it be cool for me to just be able to flip a lever when I'm trying to build that main tunnel instead of the side tunnels and get more minecarts, more rails, sorry, each time I sent the minecart back? I still don't know how you got here, but welcome, villager. Still have our friend fishing. Anyway, wouldn't that be cool? And that got me thinking, okay, how would we do this? And that sort of made me plunge into a hole of redstone. So I have been developing, not today actually, I started this yesterday before we even started this terraforming. I actually started like right after the episode where we did this. I started thinking about it, and you know what? I think I came up with a pretty good system. I'm a little tired, but I think we're gonna go through this. This is gonna be a bit of a lighter episode, but we still have a lot of redstone in front of us, which I have bug tested a lot, so it should hopefully be fine. But regardless, we do need to go to the redstone world in order to do this, so let's pop into that world and check the contraption out. Okay guys, so we're here in our creative world. You can see like all the pyramids and the little farms up there. And then there's this. Whoops, my mouse just slipped. This mouse has been acting really weirdly lately. Anyway, you can see this contraption looks quite complicated, and it's really not. I didn't want to compact it more. Like, each of these are individual circuits, I should say. I should really replace this color, though it's way too similar to that one. I tried to color them in order to like make sure you understood which circuit was which, but I don't think it worked that well. Regardless, we're gonna go through with this. So the main idea is for me to be mining with a minecart chest, and then have that minecart chest, you know, and in this case, I want to be doing this, yep. And you know, oh, I caught 64 stone, I wish I could put this back. Oh, guess what? I can. You know, I'd be mining here in the branches, then I'd go back to the main, and the minecart would walk all the way back. Here we have a Minecart Unloader. It's a very simple circuit, and the minecart unloads, and then there's this like clock here just to pull items up, and then the items go all the way around and into these chests. Or they would. Did I mess this up somewhere? I believe I might have messed this up somewhere. Yep, the minecart came back. Hello. Huh, I'm curious now. Where did I mess this up? Not here. Aha! Yep, they're stuck here. Okay, thank God I bug tested this. This is a really easy fix, but regardless. I could even bring the entire line forward, but I'll do that in the actual world instead of doing it here. There you go. And for anybody wondering what the composters on top of the hoppers are, they just help with lag, so, you know. Okay, but the idea is they would come through here and they would go all the way to these chests, and they would just drop here, and then the minecart would come back and be ready for me to give it some more stuff. Now, obviously, this system isn't perfect, because if I'm really far out from the minecart, these aren't going to load. But it is better than nothing, and it will also allow me to, like, minecart back. Since I can't fly on tight spaces, that could be useful. And then there is another case. You see, if I'm building out the main tunnel and I need more rails, what I do is I flip this lever before I go out. Then I go out and I do some more stuff, you know. And since I'm only mining a 3x3 area, I'm not going to get that many blocks. Which means that, and even if I did, you know, I could literally fill this up, you know, just fill it up with blocks. And this would take a while to fill up like this. Then I would send it back. And the items are still going to get unloaded. And now I guess we can test if this is actually working. I don't know if this is powered, but I guess it's not. So I'm just going to help it out here. And then the minecart's going to come back. And it's actually going to go into this hopper chain here. Now, I think this is empty. Yeah, it is empty, but it shouldn't be. So what would happen is I would have regular rails, powered rails, and levers, whatever. And I would put levers here in the back. Actually, I could do this differently. I could showcase this to you guys. So if I wanted to load this system, I could just put a bunch of rails here. I actually should probably not put that many because this chest is supposed to serve for everything, but you know. A bunch of powered rails and a bunch of levers. And let's put some more powered rails. Some more rails. Okay, there you go. So what's happening here is all of these are being pulled down, hopper clock, up here, into this sorter that I now realize doesn't actually have the items that it needs to have. And let's actually do like this. So like that. And like that. There you go. And once this is here, these 6 right here are going to be filled with rails, and they aren't really equidistantly filled for some reason. I think I just sort of quit, so you do sort of have to pre-fill the system a lot, or at least a decent amount, but it shouldn't be hard. I have an iron farm, I have a gold farm, I have a witch farm, I have everything I need to farm these. So what would happen is... yeah. So, I wonder why I made this a thing. There you go. That should work. Yeah, I wonder why I didn't make this a thing. Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, then out of the way. This would fill up, you know, rails here, powered rails in these 2, in these 4. So there's 6 regular power, 6 powers, and 1 for levers. And they actually have different pulses, and that's what really controls these, because when a minecart comes through, if this isn't activated, what's going to happen is the minecart's going to go through, right? It's going to unload the items, and as it unloads the items, it's going to pass through here. And when it passes through here, it's actually going to burst this, and this is going to switch sides. And since this is a regular piston, let me actually get a minecart so I could show you guys this. If I just do that, you can see that pushes here, and then when the minecart comes down, it pushes again, and this flips. And the beauty of this is, when it passes back, it's actually going to flip again, and it's going to allow it to just come back. There you go. However, if this is flipped on, this piston here is raised. So this is always going to be like this, which means if I do this, there you go, this gets powered, and this gets inverted. And now, it's just going to go back, and it should actually, I don't know if there's enough there, yeah, there probably isn't, but it's going to load with some stuff, and it's going to come back up here and get this fence back onto the track. So, what are the different circuits here? Well, this circuit right here, as I said, is a Minecart Unloader. This is a dropper elevator. This is a Minecart Loader. So you can see it's the cyan, not this blue here, different things. See, the minecart actually just got let go. I assume it only has regular rails. Yeah. And not enough because these aren't loaded yet. But yeah, this is a minecart unloader. We've actually, loader. We've actually done this before here. I'm not going to teach you guys how to do each of these circuits. I'm just going to like look through them because I think you guys can get the idea. Then the yellow circuit is actually the activation. You see, once the minecart reaches this, it knows it needs to load up on rails. So this is going to send a pulse up to here, and then this is going to divide into two places. The orange circuit, which is the one for the regular rails, is going to extend it by 2. And then it has a clock here, which is going to pulse these droppers, which means it's going to have this much length. This is a pretty decent amount of length. While the blue one just comes down here. This is just for sakes of like having a small contraption. And then what it does is it has a 1 pulse. So it's actually going to have half the ticks of that. And since it already has less hot droppers, it actually is significantly less things. So then it, again, this extender powers a clock. I swear this mouse is going crazy. A clock here that pulses the droppers, and it's actually also going to pulse the redstone torch dropper, or sorry, the lever dropper. And yeah, so this is the smaller pulse, this is the larger pulse. And then up here, we just have some sorter systems which are actually in cyan. I didn't notice that. And the reason for all this crap is that I want it to be loadable from one single place. So I'm going to be able to dump things in here and just have it load the system. So the way I did this is I have another clock here, dropper elevator all the way up, sorter system that grabs the items and then stores it. It has some storage, although not a lot. You know, this side is for rails, this side for powered rails, and then here's for levers. And you can see, you know, they just come down, and then this is just a little bit of a mess of chests, mostly. But it's just to store and sort of split the items. Bam. You can see, same thing happens here, and this is just storage for this one. And there's also an extra line, so in case I drop something here, like a pickaxe or something, you know, if I'm just speed clicking, I want to be able to get this somewhere. So it's going to go back, all the way back to here, and it's just going to show up in here. Actually, I could test that right now. Let me get a netherite sword and put it straight up there. And if we just give it a second, this is obviously, you know, actually this might already be, I have no idea where this is, but it's clearly going back and forward. Oh, hello. You messed up now, didn't you? Yeah, you did. So I bet it's down here now. No, it's not. You're still messed up regardless. Curious, I wonder why that messed up. Well, thankfully it didn't mess up too bad. Let's see if our sword's down here already. No, so it's stuck somewhere. I wonder where it's stuck. Again, this is a very debugging style system. I engineered this myself, so this wasn't made by any great redstoner. Oh, I know where it is. No, it's not. What? I am severely confused then. Yep, that's stuck there. That's stuck there. That's stuck there. I wonder. Did it happen to make it into the other droppers? No, it can't have, right? Oh. Well, that happened. How did that happen? I do not know. For it does not make sense. Curious. Rather curious. Well, regardless, it is supposed to come back down here. I don't know why it's not. I'm assuming some things is powered along the way here. I really am confused now. Regardless, the point is the system does work, you know. This is just little kink for us to figure out later. I'm sure the sword is somewhere. It can't have just disappeared from the system, right? Let's actually plop another one in. And check it. Oh, is it stuck down here? It is. Okay, so they're both stuck down here. Okay, so there's clearly like a backlog of items in here, that's why. But yeah, the sword is supposed to go all the way back, and it will, I'm sure. So yeah, that was just a little waste system. And you know, this is the main block collection. The blocks, I think I actually took them out, but yeah. And here is the master system, you know. This is what was my latest design, and I tried making it really compact. I think I could still do better. But honestly, I'm not gonna try because I'm done with minecarts. Minecarts are dumb. But yeah, with all of this ranting out of the way, and I am sorry, that was almost 10 minutes of me just showcasing this. This really isn't a hard circuit, and I'm pretty sure this could even be adapted, for example, in your mining desert or mining mesa or wherever it is that you mine your blocks. I'm sure this could be adapted. I could even do it in the nether if I wanted to. Honestly, my netherite mining sessions don't work like this, so I'm not going to. But I could. With that out of the way though, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to actually build this in Redstone Craft and see how it ends up. So let's pop into that time lapse and check this out. Okay guys, so we're back. I'm sorry about that noise. We're back and you can see we're in a nice little hallway, and I haven't done this part because I want to extend this further out. And you can also see, sort of, right here, the entire redstone system for our little machine. And this is one hell of a machine, might I ask. So you can see right here, I compacted a lot of it into like little places, and now it's all completely color coded, and it does work. I have tested it. So yeah, I'm genuinely really happy with this, and all of it, of course, works on the premises of this lever right here for turning, like, whether I'm doing tunnels or not. And this is where I drop stuff off, and this is where stuff gets returned to me. And all of this is the storage system, and I just put 2 ender chests on the sides because why the hell not? And yeah, you can see this is a pretty simple design, nothing special, nothing fancy, but it will do the job. And yeah, I'm happy with this, genuinely happy with this, how this worked out. I know it was a bit of a shorter episode, but I wanted to take a break from terraforming and just do some redstone because I miss doing redstone, and that was a really fun project to work on because I got to design that myself, even though of course it uses a lot of circuits that weren't my design, but it still works. Yeah, next episode we are going, in the meantime, this also seems to have, I actually haven't been up here. Okay, so everything that was inside my render distance seems to have turned to grass, which is good. I'm gonna AFK here tonight, or yeah, I'm probably gonna AFK here tonight, or if not, just tomorrow morning I'll just pop in, because tomorrow we're gonna be digging a big ass hole. That's right, that's the objective for tomorrow, digging a big hole, because we're getting close to building our storage system, and it's gonna be huge, and it's gonna be underground. Well, sort of underground. You guys have to wait and find that out. But yeah, with that though, ladies and gentlemen, I still hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's all for today, folks. I'm out. Peace.